All right. Today we had a bullish day of SPY going up 2.31%. And last night I talked about that bearish looking candle being on very low volume. And as you can see, we still have very low volume. And I think this is a good sign because there is the chance that Monday morning was a capitulation event. The volume was high enough. We hit a lot of the price targets we're looking for to the downside, especially on the NASDAQ 100. But I personally don't really care to predict that the bottom is in. I think there's a good chance it is. But as traders, we don't need to be worried about bottoms and tops. We need to be worried about the next important risk level and how to trade it. So I want you focusing more on moving like water around these risk levels. Even though if you are a longer term swing trader, I do think you can easily manage risk around that Monday low, and there is nothing wrong with doing that because risk is so well controlled there. Now, one more thing I want to talk about very quickly is out of the woodwork, everybody is back to being an expert economist. They're saying the top is in, they're saying we're going to go into a recession, and these are all of the same conversations we had to get through in 2023. And now they're back in 2024 yet again. And I would just quickly remind you that these people have no idea what they're talking about. Even the best of the best cannot predict a recession. Even if they are able to predict a recession, they're unable to predict the impact on the stock market because the stock market and the economy are not the same thing. So if you are following my channel, just block out all of that noise. I will guide you each and every day based on the price action because that is what we trade and that is what pays us. It does not help you as a trader to bother whether or not the bottom is in, whether or not the top is in, and whether or not we're going into a recession or not. It will not make you a better trader because it does not guarantee which direction the market will move. If the top is in, we can still go higher. If the bottom is in, we can still go lower. Move like water and manage risk. And that is why I give you critical levels and price action to pay attention to. And I don't just tell you the top is in, you need to be shorting, or the bottom is in, you can only go long. Just last night, I told you there was plenty of volatility where you could make money in both directions. And I still do believe that's the case. But today something happened that you need to be aware of. And this is the higher low, higher high breakout that we're very close to above SPY 531. So above SPY 531, I will be very bullish because the chart will be telling me that we're likely going towards 540. If we cannot break above 531, then there is a viable short trade there, but only if we cannot break above 531. If we break through that resistance, you should be bullish as long as we're above 531. I don't think I can make that any more clear, so that's all I need to say there. And then to the downside, you should be using this support right around 527. If we can't hold 527, we could come back down to retest the lows at 518. But longer term, I think you can view 518 as a swing low, which means we could continue to go higher off of that low, especially if we get the bull breakout tomorrow. So I don't want to overcomplicate anything. I think that is as simple as tomorrow is going to be, and it is Friday, so it could be a VIX Crush Friday, which is going to favor the bull breakout and the push towards 540. So I am leaning bullish above 531. All I need to see is the confirmation. And yesterday I told you we could move either direction. It was going to depend if we gapped up or down, and we did gap up. So the bulls had the advantage since the open, and that's why I'm not surprised to see that we close near the high of the day. On the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we were up 3.06% today, and just like SPY, there's a very good possibility the higher low is in as long as we're above 433, and we did gap up above this pivot, so that was the bullish scenario to push higher towards 456, all the way up to this resistance around 460. So on SPY and the triple Qs, the bulls have the advantage tomorrow. All they need to do is get that gap up above a higher high breakout, and then we'll be looking for the triple Qs to push higher towards 456 to 460. And if we can't hold above 446, then and only then do the bears have the advantage. So that will be something to pay attention to, because if the bears start to reverse price and break 446, we could revisit the low at 433. But I do believe with this bullish price action, the bulls have the advantage and the ball is in their court, and it's on the bulls to not fumble the ball tomorrow. With VIX Crush Friday being a thing, there's a good chance we just continue to drift higher, even if the volume is low. Now, one thing I talk about with volume is people wonder, why can we go up on low volume, but we can't go down on low volume? And it's just quite as simply as that more people in the stock market are buyers and not sellers. Lots of institutions and lots of things like 401ks are strictly buying only. They're not selling. So the natural pressure in the market is always going to be higher. So if there is ever a low volume day, there's a very good chance the low volume is going to send stocks higher and not lower. Now, if you go lower on low volume, that is a good sign the sellers are drying up, because everybody that eventually wanted to sell their stocks and sold their stocks means that there's no sellers left. And if there's no sellers left, then we're going higher. And the only people that are selling at that point are short sellers who are borrowing the shares to short. And they're the ones that are going to get squeezed out as we go higher. So I think the odds favor we go higher from here. We had the price action confirmation we needed to see with the gap up and the run to close near the high of the day. And as I said, the ball is in the Bulls' court. Whether or not they're going to fumble it is going to be decided by the price action tomorrow. So watch 446 and stay bull above it, and I think you're going to do just fine in this market. And as I said in the introduction, block out all of the noise, because whether the top is in or the bottom is in, or whether or not we go into a recession, is not going to help you be a better trader. So just block out the noise. If it's not going to help you, identify that it's useless for your trade plan and focus on the chart and the price action and the critical risk levels. I'm telling you right now, if you learn how to trade following price and managing risk, you will never look back, and you're going to be more profitable than you could ever imagine. And that is what I'm continuing to do on the Discord server. So if you want to come trade with me and get access to my intraday updates, my trade ideas, and my technical analysis, you're going to get that in the Stocks Channel Discord server. And you can find out how to join the Stocks Channel Discord server by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.